What's happening, everyone?
What's up, guys?
Time for another masterpiece, unicorn, ultra rare museum piece whiskey.
Let's do it.
No, it looks like we have the Samaroli bottling of the Springbank 12. It looks very similar to it, but this is actually a 10-year-old Springbank. And this is a Sutti Import. It's very famous for this red 100% pure malt writing. There's not many of these. This particular bottle is very famous, and that's how they detect it. Italian Sutti Import. And the back of the label has this unique writing on it. It is in Italian, so I can't read it. But we learned that some of the 12-year-olds are very legendary, but there's a few 10-year-olds that are also very legendary. This particular one's a Sutti Import with that red writing that I mentioned. And if you look at the label, it's very similar to the Samaroli label, another Italian import. This is bottled at 59% ABV.
Monster.
Absolute monster.
And bottled around the late 70s, maybe around 78, 79. No one knows for sure, but around late 70s.
So you can imagine, obviously it says 10 years old. I would bet a lot of money that there's a lot older whiskey in there.
Yeah.
So if it's bottled in the late 70s, if it's 10, then it's 60s distillate.
Boom.
God knows what else.
You're going the good vintages of Springbank.
It's hard to see the color, but it is extremely dark, really dark sherry. I'll show it in the glass as well.
Oh yeah, gorgeous color of sherry.
Absolute monster.
Gosh, it's gorgeous.
Monster of a whiskey. One of those whiskeys that definitely benefits from breathing in the bottle. At 59%. We're definitely finding that whiskeys that are close to 60% definitely benefit quite a bit from breathing, as you guys know, obviously.
Yep.
On the nose.
On the nose. Cheers.
The Springbank funk is heavily there. The way we describe the Springbank funk, a rusty, honey mustard, balsamico with a grassy element. That's the real funk. Real Springbank funk, old school funk. It is that rusty sherry. This whiskey is also loaded with those old school Springbank fruits. The mangoes, pineapples, banana, peach, plum, honeydew melon. On top of honeydew melon, there's just hundreds of honeys just exploding up. The honey sweetness, the candied sweetness.
And so I'm getting such like metallic, like flinty, almost like light creosote notes from the Springbank peat, like that medium peat. But it's really coming out, but it's in a crystallized sweet way.
And I want to start saying like high-end, like cologne, like men's cologne, but it's more, that's coming from all the sandalwoods.
Yes.
All kinds of like woody and spicy, like musky elements.
Right, like musk, exactly. Like precious wood musk.
Tobacco, vanilla, earth.
Best cologne.
Sherry rust, Springbank funk, rich mustard with tons of honey. It is fucking unbelievable. It is amazing.
I always say I want Springbank to come out with a cologne of the old stuff.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it is unbelievable of a cask. It's just so sad that there's only this much left.
Yeah, and when we got this, like it was kind of like a, I guess, I don't know if you call it discount, but we got a reduced price. I think it was like down to there already, low level, so, but still.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that low, maybe a little bit higher, but it was low level. We got this
low level, so it was like a decent
shipped
deal.
to us from a shop in Italy.
But the beauty of Springbank is like it was so random how they would bottle their best stuff. Like they would not even tell you. This random 10-year-old just with this 100% pure malt and red, no like special single cask whatever, ends up being insane.
This is not fair. This is the kind of whiskey that like makes you not want to drink 99% of the other bottles that you own.
this is spoilage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That orange, the orange oil element, the barbecued pineapple and coconut and banana element, and then just the most crystallized fruits you've ever had. Oh man.
That you just said that barbecue pineapple reminded me of the Springbank 35 we just did.
Yeah.
Just the essence of Springbank, the sherry and the crazy fruits, everything.
Unreal.
Oh, and it's like it's 59%, so you know everything is in there. It might need a little time to air out, but you know that everything is in there and it's all coming out.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Palate?
Palate. This is incredible. Oh, definitely benefits from air though, for sure.
Powerful. Beast. It's dries out your mouth and then starts releasing all those fruits coming out. All that musky sandalwood, all different kinds of woods. Cigar, the best cigar you've ever had in your life.
Oh, yeah.
All mangoes and peaches. You hear us say mangoes and peaches and apricots a lot in these old school Bowmore Springbanks. They are very common notes in these candied rich fruits. You know, I don't want to keep saying the same notes for different whiskeys. I want to be more creative than that, but they're really there. It's hard not to say it. That honey mustard funk that I talked about in the beginning, that rusty sherry with the grassy element is just the best part, absolute best part, along with all the sandalwoods that add the muskiness, and then you add fruits, and then you add unique spices, and it's just almost like Indian spices. There's elements of amrut in here.
Yes.
That almost, you know, it's almost like you're eating Indian food. You're getting a lot of those unique spices. It is just a masterpiece, and it really hits. Now, I do think there's for sure older whiskey in here, but not like necessarily like 40-year-old whiskey. It definitely attacks bigger than some of those old 12-year-old 100-proof ones, right? You definitely feel, and I don't want it any different. I love it the way it is.
No, hell no.
Yeah, it is unbelievable.
Yeah, I get like insane, exactly what you said. I get insane, like these super unique, like grassy herbal elements that I've gotten in other Springbanks, but really comes out the most unique way in this. But yeah, like Narby said, it's definitely like, it's no way it's only 10 years old, but it's not like 25, 30 years old, like some of the rumors of the 12-year-old 100 proofs where it's like 35, 40-year-old 100 proof whiskey. But it's definitely older, just the right amount older, where there's more complexity, it's smoother. It's just the way they did it was perfect, where it's like a monstrous beast with all that flavor, that depth, but it's perfect. Oh, it's so good. It's taking my words away.
Yeah, man, there's all the wood, the sandalwood, and then
the wood play,
the tobacco, the vanilla, the musk, the mustard, the vinaigrette, the candied elements, the orange oils, and just my God.
It's very much like an aromatics party.
Aromatics party, but dude, check out the orange oil that comes out with water.
Oh my God. Springbank. That's why it's our favorite.
On the palate one more time.
Oh my Lord. This is nutty, man.
Wow. I'm gonna say 2 drops of water.
Nutty, dude.
For every half ounce pour, 2 drops of water. Bringing this down closer to like
Bingo.
53 to 54%.
Bingo.
Makes it a perfect ABV. You gotta, if you enjoy cask strength whiskey, this is the whiskey for you. And if you like sherry and cask strength, I mean, wow. You know, you got to be careful drinking a lot of these whiskeys, and I know you could lately. We've been reviewing a lot of these unicorn masterpiece whiskeys. You got to be careful if you're only drinking stuff like that, and because what starts happening is you start going to some of your other more regular bottles, and you don't appreciate them the same way. We do it for the review, but it's important for us too that we're drinking regular 10 and 12 and 15 and 18-year-old whiskeys, the standard releases that are out there, more affordable, and then only drink these on special occasions, or else they lose that specialness. I do remember there was a time where we were literally only, for like a month, we were only drinking like crazy special whiskeys, and I all of a sudden stared at like 300 bottles, and I'm like, I don't want any of these anymore, and because that you get used to it. So just like anything else, you have to keep it in perspective, and you gotta be careful. And this is just an unbelievable whiskey. Belongs in the museum. We're gonna put it away.
Yes, sir.
At this ABV, we can keep this for years without it flattening out whatsoever.
It's gonna only get better.
Yeah, it just really doesn't flatten out at this ABV. But yeah, unbelievable whiskey. I know it's not a whiskey that's gonna get a ton of views. I know it's not something that most people know what it is, but I do know the guys that regularly comment and talk to us. You guys do appreciate seeing bottles like this, these rare, special, ultra special bottles, expensive, really expensive bottles, getting opened and enjoyed. So yeah, that's for you guys. And we'll see you guys soon for many more reviews.
Score?
I didn't score it?
No score?
I score this a 95 out of 100.
Same.
Yeah.
95 strong, 95 out of 100.
Yeah. Unbelievable whiskey.
Another gem from Springbank.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
That era, man. Oh my God.
Unbelievable. Thanks for reminding me.
You got it.
Cheers, everyone.
All right, guys. Cheers.